Look, nobody's had a perfect run through life, right? Mistakes are bound to happen multiple times. But smart people, well, they make sure to never make these mistakes twice. Welcome to Alux. First up, misjudging character. Smart people are keen observers, always learning from their interactions and experiences. One crucial lesson they've mastered is never to misjudge someone's character twice. Initially, they might give people the benefit of the doubt, trusting and believing in their goodness. But if someone shows them their true colors and those colors are disruptive or harmful, well, smart individuals take notice. They understand that not everybody has the best intentions, and sometimes people wear masks that hide their true nature. So they become more discerning, ensuring they align themselves with genuine and trustworthy individuals. Over time, they develop a robust radar for detecting authenticity, protecting themselves from potential harm, and ensuring that their circle is filled with positive influences. Ignoring their intuition. Smart people value logical thinking and rational decision-making. However, they also recognize the power of intuition. When something doesn't feel right, they don't ignore these feelings or brush them aside. No, having been burnt before by overlooking their gut feeling, they've learned to pay close attention to them now. They understand that intuition is an ally, a subtle guide steering them in the right direction or away from potential pitfalls. It acts as an internal alarm, ringing subtly when something is off. By honing in and trusting their intuition, they navigate life's complexities with a nuanced approach, blending analytical prowess with instinctual wisdom. This symbiosis becomes a powerful tool, helping them to avoid repeating mistakes and making more informed decisions. Poor time management. Wise individuals quickly decipher the pivotal role of effective time management in achieving success. A murky past littered with missed opportunities and unmet deadlines due to poorly managed time schedules becomes a profound learning curve. So they meticulously organize their time, dedicating slots to priorities and dismissing trivial pursuits that previously cluttered up their schedules. Adopting a regimented approach, they cultivate habits such as planning, setting realistic goals, and avoiding procrastination. Realizing time's irrevocable nature, they treat it as a precious resource, ensuring each moment is invested rather than spent. This elevated consciousness of time propels them toward their objectives with unparalleled focus and determination. Armed with the painful lessons of time squandered, smart people fiercely guard their hours, directing them toward purposeful action that echoes with accomplishment and success. Overcommitting. Smart people value their time and energy immensely. They've learned that saying yes to every request or opportunity leads to burnout and inefficiency. After experiencing the exhaustion and chaos of overcommitment, they become more judicious with their time. Prioritizing becomes their secret weapon, allowing them to engage in activities that align with their goals and values. Taking on too much dilutes the quality of their work and their presence, and it's a mistake they ensure to never repeat. They understand that it's better to fully commit to a few tasks and excel in them rather than drowning in a sea of responsibilities. Overcommitting becomes a mistake smart people don't allow a second time in their lives. Ignoring health. The vitality of health is something that smart people refuse to overlook after learning the hard way. They face the consequences of neglecting their well-being, perhaps through stress, fatigue, or illness, and it's a mistake that gets permanently etched in their minds. Realizing the undeniable connection between your health and productivity, they prioritize self-care, exercise, and proper nutrition. No longer sacrificing their wellness for relentless hustle, they understand that maintaining a healthy body and mind enhances overall performance and life satisfaction. Smart individuals now ensure that their health is in optimum condition, preventing avoidable health issues from obstructing their path to success. Dismissing feedback. Life is about growth, and smart individuals know that feedback is a goldmine for improvement. There might have been times when they shrugged off advice or constructive criticism, perhaps thinking they knew best. However, encountering setbacks due to disregarded feedback makes them reconsider this approach. Smart people don't repeat this mistake of ignoring valuable input. They now appreciate the different perspectives and guidance that others can offer, using these insights as tools for personal and professional enhancement. Being receptive to feedback, even when it's kind of tough to swallow, has become a fundamental aspect of their journey toward continual growth and success. Financial missteps. Even the sharpest minds have faced financial turbulence due to a lack of foresight or just poor decision-making. But smart people ensure that the turbulent waters of financial missteps are navigated with learned prudence and strategic planning for the second time around. They recognize the significance of being financially savvy, applying the lessons from their past errors to foster a more secure and flourishing financial future. Neglecting continuing education. In a world that never stops evolving, stagnation is a pitfall that smart people sidestep rather than learning its detrimental impacts head-on. They've felt the rust that complacency breeds, and they've vowed to never let it settle ever again. Wisdom has taught them that the horizon of knowledge is boundless. There's always room for enhancement and refinement. They value continuous learning and self-improvement, ensuring their skills and knowledge remain polished and up-to-date. A renewed commitment to learning becomes their beacon, guiding them through the alleys of innovation, mastery, and unprecedented success. Armed with an ever-growing arsenal of wisdom, they remain in a perpetual state of progression, always a step ahead of the game. Undervaluing relationships. In the journey of life, smart people quickly realize that connections and relationships are the threads that weave the fabric of our existence together. They've felt the chill of loss, the strain of weakened ties, and the empty echoes of neglected friendships. These experiences imprint a lesson that in the chase of ephemeral success, the warmth of relationships should never be left out in the cold. They learn to cherish and nurture the relationships that matter, watering the roots with care, attention, and love. The value of meaningful connections becomes a beacon illuminating their path with the warmth of companionship and mutual understanding. In the heart of true connections, they find the strength and inspiration necessary to navigate life's tumultuous waters. Miscommunication. Navigating through the turbulent waters of misunderstandings and misinterpretations, smart people discern the significance of clear and effective communication. Acknowledging the power of words and expressions, they refine their communication arsenal, sharpening it to convey thoughts with precision and clarity. They become architects of dialogue, constructing bridges of understanding that foster stronger connections and collaborative synergy. Learning from the shadows of past errors, they strive to be articulate conveyors of ideas, ensuring their messages resonate with clarity and purpose, diminishing the space for confusion and misunderstanding. Through the lens of improved communication, the world appears more synchronized, enhancing the harmony and productivity of both personal and professional realms. Ignoring passion. Life, when drained of passion, morphs into a mundane sequence of lifeless scenes, lacking the vibrancy that gives existence its depth and excitement. Realizing this, smart people cultivate spaces where their passions breathe, flourish, and color their days. Going through life without having something that makes you smile or gets you really excited is ultimately, it's boring and unfulfilling. Your achievements get dull, the stuff you buy looks mundane, and you get into a place where every day seems kind of gloomy. Ignoring passion and focusing on the things that bring food to the table, sure, it might work in the early days, but the longer you ignore your passion, the harder it is to find it again. Avoiding difficult conversations. Difficult conversations are the gates that we often hesitate to open. The brave have embraced the potency of facing difficult dialogues with courage and clarity. Avoidance often magnifies unresolved issues, allowing them to lurk in the corners of relationships and professional arenas, fostering misunderstanding and discord. Smart people ensure they address conflicts, misunderstandings, and disparities with assertiveness and tact. The truth is, difficult conversations are like a crossroads where you know what's the right path to take, but you're just afraid to take it because it might involve someone else taking a different path. Setting vague goals. Vague goals, like unclear maps, often lead to territories of confusion, a lack of direction, and underachievement. You see, a clear goal is useful because it gives you certain tools to measure your progress. Things like a time frame, a deadline, a roadmap, individual steps to take, milestones, and so on. On the other hand, a vague goal is like an empty promise that you tell no one. The idea is out there, but there's nothing to back it up. It's incredibly hard for people to gather together and work toward a common goal if no one really knows what exactly the goal is. This is how you get to a place where you work for the sake of working and you lose all of the excitement you had on day one. Fearing failure. Smart people don't let the fear of failure hold them back. They understand that mistakes are lessons, not defeats. Overcoming this fear allows them to take risks and seize opportunities, leading to success and innovation. Through failure, they learn, improve, and become more resilient, turning obstacles into stepping stones for future triumphs. In not fearing failure, they unlock their full potential, navigating the path to success with confidence and determination. Ignoring what actually matters. Smart people know the importance of hard work and building a successful future, but they also understand that life needs to be lived and enjoyed. They've learned not to be consumed by ambition because they'll miss out on the daily joys that life has to offer. Prioritizing what truly matters, like spending quality time with loved ones and maintaining a healthy lifestyle, is crucial. Success isn't only measured by career achievements or wealth. Real success includes nurturing relationships, pursuing passions, and enjoying life's journey. Smart individuals ensure they don't overlook life's meaningful moments in the race for accomplishment and recognition. They aim for a balanced life where work doesn't overshadow personal happiness and well-being. They've learned to prioritize tasks, manage their time effectively, and make room for what truly enriches their lives. We hope you found this video valuable, Aluxer, and for those of you who always stick around until the very end, we of course have a bonus. Keeping their authenticity. Now, success demands you to be a certain type of person, right? You might come across a bit more colder, more upfront, and act in a certain way. And you might defend this behavior by saying, "This is what it takes." But in this pursuit, you might end up becoming someone else that you really are not at your core. You lose touch with your identity and what makes you, you. And when successful people eventually realize this is happening, well, they take a step back. They go back to their roots and make sure it never happens again. Stay true to your authentic self, my friend. Until next time, Aluxer, take care.